Good day, everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. Look at that beautiful volcano there in the background. Doesn't it just scream ancient Aztec sacrifice vibes? It's going to be gorgeous. And what better sacrifice than to just give Xiangling to it? Oh, hi, Paimon. Yes, Paimon is our witness for today, and we're going to be throwing Xiangling in there. Unfortunately, you need to actually climb the volcano. Xiangling has to climb the volcano, and that's perhaps the only downside of today's video, is that you'll have to see and look a bit at Xiangling, but once you get to the top, it is sacrifice time. Oh yeah, baby, you're gonna go straight into that hole and die. But first of all, let's quickly get rid of Guoba, because we don't need him. Oh, in my mind, Guoba should have been thrown over the cliff, but I suppose disappearing and just leaving behind a chili can also do. Let's just get rid of Xiangling's Pyronado as well. Yeah, things are weird out of bounds. Don't ask me why this is happening. Well, actually, I know why, but just accept it for what it is. Regardless, we're right here at the top of the volcano, and perhaps it's a bit less. Well, okay, it's a bit anticlimactic, I'll be honest. This is all still a work in progress by Hoyo and the devs, so you can see everything is untextured, but that doesn't stop me from throwing Xiangling into the pit. And the beautiful part about today's video is that Xiangling is not going to survive. There is not going to be any revival mechanic, there's not going to be any food, it's just going to be a beautiful, gorgeous sacrifice. And look at that. The moment of impact captured on camera. That was very satisfying. Ooh, the revive button. That is very, very convenient. What'll happen if I press the revive button? Nothing. You are literally dead. Oh, this is, I must say, the pain of having to play with Xiangling for 10 minutes versus just the satisfaction of her being completely gone. It's just, it is really, really cathartic. I do not like Xiangling at all, and I thought perhaps this might be the best way of getting rid of the character. Oh, yeah, so just for interest's sake, for those of you that are still watching, we have literally glitched the game, so at this point the only way we can save ourselves is through co-op or through some clever means of getting to the Economia map. In any case, let's get to the fun and second part of today's video. And we begin with a gorgeous tour. Okay, I wanted to give you a tour of the volcano with Moalani, and then as you can see, this line here is not just there for nothing. It's a death barrier. It's a total death barrier, and there's no way around it, unfortunately. So yeah, Moalani died. The idea was, as you can see here in the background, which you can still do in 5.2, to skate with her around the mountain and give you around the volcano and give you kind of a nice view of the back and so on, but I think we'll just settle for the next best thing, which is perhaps the best thing, which is a tour of the volcano. So what I'll do here in the background is show you a bit of sped up footage around what I've found so far, and spoiler alert, there is not really that much. Basically, it's just a bunch of unfinished textures and geometries and so on. I assume that the volcano area is going to be Ianson's tribe, or the area where you play with her tribe, and yeah, there's nothing much to really say. There's no secret enemy, area, item. Typically when you go out of bounds, there's not much to expect other than just to see the amount of work and planning that actually goes into these regions, which is very, very phenomenal. In any case, let's quickly go to the summit and do a couple of cool things, and the first of those would be to play with Chaska. And the thing that I love about Chaska is when you get to aerial places like these, you can ascend, you can go up vertically without using any of your phlogiston or stamina, just by going up the slanted surfaces like this. It's absolutely free, and I love it so much. This is one of the ways in which I like exploring with Chaska. By the way, since we are out of bounds, I do have to keep an eye out on my stamina. What I'm doing in the background is I'm using a mix of the Night Soul Blessing and stamina with Chaska, so I'm not using Phlogiston. Don't ask how it works, it's just one of those weird gimmicky mechanics, but effectively there is a chance of dying randomly, and trust me, it's happened so many times to me. In any case, let's keep on ascending the, what do you call it, little floating sky pillar place. There seems to be a beautiful bed of like flowers here, and especially against the backdrop of the sun. It's really, really gorgeous. But what's interesting about the volcano is this entire island of floating rocks around it. Now, my mission is going to obviously be to get to the highest point. I don't know what it is about out of bounds exploration, but there's always this need to get to the highest point for no particular reason. Why we don't go to the deepest point is beyond me, but I don't know, it's just an out of bounds thing. If you've ever watched like Musashi's videos as well, the one thing he always does is get to the highest point, and that's what we're going to do. It's pretty trivial here with Chaska, and as you can see, it's just more textures and so on, and that sun backdrop is going to be really gorgeous for taking pics. Some of the grass is floating because we're not supposed to see it yet, but hey, this is a sneak preview into Genshin version 5. I don't know, 3, 4, 5, I don't know when this area is going to come out. But regardless, I mean, if you look at this, you just get these gorgeous, like, Wild West pictures. Sorry, I kind of like the role playing and stuff. It's so cool. Look at that. It's just so badass with Chaska. Although I'll still come back and like take some proper pictures. This is just like some ideas and how I brainstorm. In any case, let's quickly switch to daytime mode, because that's just going to be more interesting to look on towards Natlan. And funny story whilst we wait. Sometimes when you go out of bounds, in the past at least, the clock would entirely break and it would just keep on spinning, which is really, really funny. Especially in co-op, when people just see the day and night cycle. It's like such a way to troll people in co-op, and they just see the day and night cycle repeatedly going. But in any case, so here we are absolutely at the highest point in Natlan. Well, technically it's the other area, I think, with the old Natlan region in the clouds there in 5.2, but we're on the highest point of the volcano, and it's still very, very gorgeous and beautiful right here at the top. Alright, that's what I've got to say. There's nothing really special about this, but hopefully you've enjoyed this bit of a sneak peek, and the Xiangling sacrifice to the gods. May the volcano forever burn brightly with the remains of Xiangling. Goodbye.